Hello everybody. Who the fuck am I? If you asked me this question many moons ago, when I was still a wee little boy, when I was a boy of about 10, 11 years old, landing in Australia for the first time in my life, I would have told you that my name is Khoi. I am a Vietnamese boy. I am on a dependent visa of a student visa holder, my mother. She was a student in Australia and she brought me with her. Fast forward 20 plus years later, no, not 20, 10 plus years later, if you ask me the same question, I would say, my name is still Khoi, but I'm also known as Bob. I am a real nigger. I play guitar, I am a musician, I make YouTube videos, I like going to the gym. I'm not a virgin anymore. That's what I've told you. I don't know where I'm going with this, but hear me out, hear me out. You see, people do not just belong to a group. People don't just have allegiance to one collective identity, if I'm making any sense at all. In other words, people have allegiance to many different things. Take me for example. If you isolate my identities, if you take being a Vietnamese from me, I would very much have, I don't know, millions of other people in which I share my identity with. I have ties with all these people. How many Vietnamese are there in the world? I don't even know. I don't even want to search up the data. But if you take my identity, that of being a Vietnamese, and you compare with other people in the world, I share my identity with a lot of people. If you take another part of my identity, you take my faith. I'm a Christian, no, Catholic to be exact. And then, how many Catholics are there in the world? Many, many. I don't even want to Google this number. So many people. But then, you combine those two things together. You combine all these things together. Vietnamese, who lives in Australia for a long time, who is bilingual. Tôi cũng có thể nói tiếng Việt, nhưng mà tôi thích nói tiếng Anh. Tại vì tôi ở đây quá lâu rồi cho nên tiếng Anh của tôi nó trở nên giỏi hơn cả tiếng Việt. If you take those two things together and you add in that part of me being a real nigger, how many of me are there? I bet you there's none. I'm not saying this to dissolve my identities. I'm not saying it to deny the fact that I am a Vietnamese or an Australian inhabitant. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying just accept your identities, man. You have allegiance to so many different things that makes you you, that makes you unique, that makes your life irreplaceable. You are a one of a kind. I don't care about all these different black pills or is this a black pill that people belong to a certain group, such as the incel, such as the never gonna make it bros? To illustrate this further, I want you to take an Italian homosexual man in the fascist era of Italy. What are fascism beliefs? Fascism is Adolf Hitler, basically, Mussolini. Fascists believe that homosexuals, the disabled people, the Jews, they are the scum of the earth. All of the world problems can be solved by eliminating these people. Hey, YouTube, don't take this video down. I'm not saying this, I'm just quoting the fascists, okay? So the Jews, they can be blamed for all of the problems in the world if we just take them out. And the homosexuals, the disabled people, they contribute nothing to society. Just take them out. That's what fascists believe. And an Italian homosexual man, what are his identities? He's an Italian, he's a homosexual. Before fascism, these identities, they have no real significance on this man's life. Sure, he's an Italian and a homosexual, but being a homosexual is just another part of his identity. It's of no more significance than what he does for a living, how old he is, what his religion is. But then when the fascists when the fascists became the dominating force in Italy, suddenly his identity of being a homosexual and of being an Italian come under threat. He would have wished that his allegiance to Italy is broken. He would have wished that other countries would have defeated his country so that fascism is destroyed, so that he can embrace his homosexuality. What am I hoping to get out of this? You see, before I became involved in this space, before I became known as the king of the incels, the incel preacher, the guy who is a sub-5 in this incel community who got laid, whatever, before I became known as that guy, these things probably would have no significance on my life if I haven't discovered ER, if I haven't stumbled upon this space. Being a virgin is of no more significance in my life than being an Asian, being a Vietnamese who lives in Australia, whatever. But because I put myself in this space, suddenly your virginity status has a lot of significance. People start to treat you differently. People start calling you names. People start to criticize you. People start to suddenly disregard your other identities. You take another person and you isolate their identities. They would have a lot of ties with a lot of other people in this world. Take the identity of being a virgin or being a sub-5. You take that out of a person in isolation. If you take my identity of being a sub-5 and then you compare it with all the sub-5s in this world, I am one of you guys. Hey, I'm one of you guys. I am a sub-5. I can relate to a lot of you guys. But then you start adding my other identities to this. Who is a sub-5? Vietnamese, Australian, plays guitar, a real nigger. You add all these things together. How many of me are there? None. Same way with you guys. Every human being is unique. Your life is irreplaceable. This is how war is started, by people swearing their allegiance to a single identity. You're not just an incel, you're not just a sub-5. Your life is unique, your life is rich. Do not limit all of your life experiences to one singular cause. Just go out there and live your fucking life, man. You're not just an incel. You're not coke maxing. You're not just gym maxing. You are not a subscriber to the black pill, even though you might be. You are also subscribed to other ideas, man. You're not just a black pill. It's all over, bro. It's all over. Ugh. It's all over, bro. Just give up. It's over for religion maxing, purpose maxing, eyelids, manlids, rice cell. It's over, bros. Anyways, guys, I hope you're doing well out there. I'm probably not making sense at all. Fuck you. I don't care. I hope you take something out of this. Stop calling yourself a coke maxed, black pillar, a sub 5, whatever. You're more than that. You're way more than that. You're capable of way more than that. Don't put yourself in that box, man. I have complete faith in you, my friends. You might be commenting these things, but you have hope. Don't let that fire in you burn out. I know you're capable of much more than being a sub 5, normie, black pilled, coke maxed, gym cell. You're more than that. Stay strong, and God bless, and I'll definitely see you again. Peace.